Do you have an anxious cat? And do you know how to help your cat if they are anxious? Welcome to the Cat Dad Show. My name is Scott Colby. I'm about to share with you a clip of my interview with Julie Ann Hart, and this is a topic we chatted about. Specifically, I asked her what is the first thing a pet parent should do when they notice that their cat is anxious. This is Julianne's specialty. Her business is Naturally Cats, and she provides holistic help for anxious cat parents with anxious cats. If you want to listen to the entire interview with Julie Ann, you can go to felinewellnesssummit.com. She was one of 21 interviews I did with feline wellness experts. You can grab a free ticket. Again, just go to felinewellnesssummit.com. For now, enjoy this clip with Julie Ann.
That is a great question. So, the first thing I would say is always to get a vet check done because you never ever know what physical issues may be underlying behavioral or emotional problems. So, it's really important because cats can mask pain, discomfort, they can hide a lot of issues. So, if you're concerned about your cat in any way, shape, or form, please go and see a vet and make sure that there's no physical issue. The second I would say is if the vet has ruled everything out, great. Pause before you take any options in terms of medication for anxiety, because sometimes anxiety can be dealt with in the home, with the environment, with the relationships with the cat. And and so you can always explore other options before you go down that route. So it can be difficult to spot anxiety in cats because they are great at hiding. They are great at hiding how they feel, what's going on. And I think really the first thing to notice is that cats have emotional needs and cats can suffer from anxiety. And this is something fairly new that people aren't perhaps fully aware of that, cats can have anxiety. And anxiety is slightly different to stress. Cats get stressed if they go to the vet. It's a one off event. They have a stress response. They deal with that physically, emotionally, energetically and then it goes away. They come home, they can settle, they can deal with it. But anxiety is that prolonged, like anticipation of things being an issue or of in a cat's situation of basically of a threat. They're always conscious of a threat, and that's something that we need to be mindful of.
Yeah. Thank you. Gosh, such a like you said, a new topic, one I never even would have really considered. Like you mentioned, I am familiar with, a stressful situation, taking the cat
Mhm.
into the car, right?
Yeah,
Hate car rides and they're going to the vet, but having more of a prolonged emotional state like anxiety is something that maybe we haven't considered out there. So, what is maybe the top I know probably you have a lot of tips and they're all important, but what is maybe your top 3 ways that a cat parent can help alleviate a cat's anxiety?
oh, just three. Okay, so what I would say is, if you notice your cat's got anxiety, it's understand where it's coming from, and meet the cat where they are. So this isn't like something necessarily that you do in the home, and I have got a couple of those to share.
Okay.
But meeting the cat where they are is really important because we have expectations as guardians, as owners, as pet parents of our cat, whether we like to think we do or not. We do. We expect them to eat, we expect them to be healthy. And when it comes to the behavior and anxiety, we expect them to be a certain way. And when you start to recognize that your cat maybe have anxiety of strangers coming to the home or they have anxiety about other pets or animals in their home, you can understand how you can help and support them. So the first top tip really is understanding what what your cat is experiencing and why, and then you can look at how you can help them with it. I'm just going to put my light on a second. Oh, that's a bit better. Um, so that's the first one is to meet your cat where they are, and then you can start to take action. So the second step I would say is understanding their capacity. What can they do? So like play, brilliant for for anxious cats if they're willing to engage. If
Mm,
you've got a cat that's hiding under the bed, there's a slim chance that they're going to want to come and play with a rod or a fish toy with you. Whereas if you've got a cat like my Leo, he has kind of like stranger danger anxiety. So if someone walks across the front of our house or someone comes to the door, like an Amazon delivery person, he runs out of the window, out of the cat flap, through the window, not out the window, um, because he doesn't like strangers in the home. So now I tell him when I can see someone coming, I can tell him, "Quick, buddy, go outside. Someone's coming to the door." So I meet him where he is. I understand what he needs, and I try to do the best I can to support him with that. Play for him, he'll only do it very occasionally when his brother's not around. He'll only do it maybe 2 or 3 times a month. But if he does get a bit quirky and his little bum wiggles, I will delve right in and I will get the ribbon that I know that he likes and I will play with him. And it only lasts for about 4 or 5 minutes. It doesn't last for 20 minutes, but those few minutes between the 2 of us, it's a beautiful bonding activity. It's good for my anxiety, it's good for his anxiety. So that would be the second one. And the third, I would say, ooh, third one I would say, so this is gonna be a bit unconventional.